Right. Hello and welcome to this very interesting and intriguing program tagged Gender Balancing. Gender Balancing, as you all know, very interesting program at that, where we bring up and discuss gender sensitive issues and also controversial as well. And of course, we share our individual thoughts or perspective as they apply or affect us gender wise. I am Samuel Okata, your host on the show today. I won't be doing this alone as I am being joined by a co-host in person of
Mass faith.
all right. So myself and Mass Faith will be, talking about very interesting topic we have today. A lot of topics, if I may be precise, but of course we'll be looking at the first topic that talks about if you want financial stability, stop helping people who ain't your wife and kids. It's an unpopular opinion, but everyone should hustle for their own needs because givers, they lack now. This is actually a post or a write-up put up by someone on social media. But of course, like he said, it's an unpopular post, meaning that it's not something a lot of people, subscribe to. But before I profile my own perspective on this topic, I would like to know what exactly is your opinion concerning this very post.
Okay, well,
Excuse
concerning
me.
this very post, it is clear that financial stability can be gotten through different means, right? You don't really have to focus on one thing to gain financial stability. Now, I do not agree with this post where they say we should stop giving because givers they lack. Now, if you stop giving and you're in need, who will be there to help you? That's the importance of giving. And also, giving gives you this self satisfaction that, oh, okay, I have. And I am willing to give to you. I am willing to share and show love, show comfort to our brothers and our sisters. No matter, even if it's uncomfortable for us, we would still try our best to give. That's what I feel.
Well, your thought or your opinion on this matter is really appreciated and must be respected because we
Mhm.
all are entitled to our opinion. But of course, you should understand that what this person is saying is something that has to do with fact. People should not misconstrue or take it out of context. What he's trying to say is not directly that he's against people who help or who offer financial assistance. No, he's not against that. But he is saying that to a great extent, it is not your responsibility or your obligation to help people. That's what he's saying. He is not against people helping, but he's saying that it is not your obligation because some persons find it their obligation or find it as an obligation to help. And of course, if they are not able to help, they feel somehow. And of course, he's also saying that those who help these days are not, people who at the end of the day, start having, in fact, they run out of want. He's saying givers now they lack. You understand? So he is saying that people who help now are now the ones in need. So if you must help, try as much as you can to make sure that you have something extra for yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying that we should stop giving. I'm just saying that there should be a limit to what you're giving. And I agree with your point. There should be a limit. There should be a limit. There's a point you will reach and you will be like, I do not have. And that person that you're going to be giving to should learn to understand that it's not actually every time you're going to be giving. It's going to be hard for you to be giving every time. At some point your pocket will run dry and nobody will be there to refill it for you, and that is the fact. So actually we need to be able to hold ourselves and give out our opinions on the fact that at this period I do not have and I will not give you.
But do you subscribe to the fact that he said the only people you should give things to are those who are your immediate family, like your wife and kids? What's your opinion on that? Because, of course, he's making a lot of sense because he feels that those who he's entitled to, those who is duty bound to provide, financial assistance to, are his wife and children. any other persons outside this circumference or this circle are not entitled to his finances. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I do not agree with that because he has his family. Before he met his wife and his children, he has an obligation to take care of his family. Those were the people that brought him up, they raised him, they trained him through his total education. So he has an obligation to reciprocate that same action that his family has given him. And of course, yes, his wife and his children are going to be very, very important. In fact, he should place them as the most important. But he should not forget that there are still others that he is still meant to give to.
Well, if you're saying that it makes sense, but he is not ruling out his mom, his dad. No,
Yes.
they are also his responsibilities. Of course, because at some certain age they will be old, they might not be able to take care of themselves adequately. So that's when the kids fall in. But he is talking about those who are not within his family, not just his immediate family, but his extended family.
Okay.
He's not saying that. But he's just saying that if you must be entitled to my financial assistance or whatever it, boils around his finances, you must be his family. That's what he's saying.
So what about his friends? What happens to them?
Well, his friends should be able to cater to themselves.
Well, what if they need his help at that point and it's very urgent?
Well, he could help. That is, if he wants to. But he's making it known that those who are entitled to his money are his wife and children.
Children, all right. So what about the whole thing about giving back to the needy, helping those who are in need? What happens to that?
Well, if you think you want to or you really need to help these people, fine, go ahead. But he is saying it maybe because he feels that some certain people are seeing it like it is his responsibility to look after them. No, it is not his responsibility. If you need financial assistance, if he feels he can help you, fine. If he cannot help you, maybe he doesn't have so much to extend, then you don't have to count it against him. Advisably, for such people, he needs to tell them to seek for a job. Of course, when you seek for a job, you'll be able to have something to look after yourself. Or you go to your parents and seek for help, because your parents, to a great extent, are responsible to take care of you once you don't have a job,
But
or once you are below the age of getting a job.
that is why I mentioned the issue of having a friend. What if that friend is coming to you to ask for a job because he has been trying, and he hasn't gotten anything?
There is nothing stopping him from providing a job if he has the wherewithal. He can link him to one or two persons who have, job employment to give to him. If he has within his own, his own environment, fine, he can be able to, provide them with, provide that person with a job. But if he doesn't, that person shouldn't, take it against him. Yes, he shouldn't, because he doesn't owe you a job. He doesn't owe you his financial, assistance. He can
But
provide you a help if he has it. That's
but
where I
what
stand.
if he was there with you when you started making this money? He supported you. He gave you all his best efforts, and now you're telling him that he does not have any rights to the money and stuff like that.
Have you forgotten that he was doing all of that without a condition? It all came as friends.
Yes, it all came as friends.
This is what friends can
Friends need to
do.
reciprocate the love for each other.
But it's not a must. It is not a law that is written somewhere that because you
It
were
doesn't
there
have
for
to
someone.
be a law. It doesn't have to be a law. Do you understand? It's something that should be expected. As per, I call you my friend, my trusted person, my confidant. I believe in you, and sure, when I need your help, I should be able to know that okay, you're gonna be there for me no matter what.
Who is giving you that assurance? He never gave you that assurance from the beginning that because you were there for him all through thick and thin, that he should reciprocate that. No, it is his own responsibility to say, okay, fine, because you were there for me, then let me see if I can assist you with whatever I have. But it is not a basis that because you were there for him all through thin and thick, that he should provide you an assistance or he should reciprocate whatever you've given to him. No, it was an assistance you gave to him and you never made a condition. So one thing people should understand is you must know your place when it comes to friendship. You must know where to draw the line. If you're a friend to somebody, that is because you want to be a friend to that person. It is not a means for you to get anything back from that person, except the person is saying, on this basis, I'm putting a human face to it, then I must give you this. But if I'm not willing to do that, we didn't sign any agreement from the onset. So why take that against me?
Well, I'm not taking it against you. I'm just seeing it as the fact that friendship, you have to be able to compromise, do a lot of things if you're going to be a friend to somebody.
Yes, but I am still saying it is not a must.
All
You are
right.
only putting a human face to it because we are friends, because friends should do that. But it is not a must. And nobody should hold that against anybody because it wasn't a written agreement and because you're a friend to me, it means that there are some certain things I owe you. I don't owe you anything. Of course, somebody else can do that to me, not you. So if you don't do those help or render those help to me, it doesn't mean I won't get it along the way.
Right.
So we must place a balance. We must know our limit so that we don't overly expect some certain things from people that we are not entitled to. So that's where I stand. But of course, your own opinion is also, valid as well.
Of course.
So at this point, we'll be going on a short break, and then when we come back, the discussion isn't over yet. We also have other things, in terms of very controversial topics and write-ups I would like to, discuss right here. So please stick around. We'll be right back after this time out.
Welcome back. It's still gender balancing on CTV. We still have a lot for us to discuss today on today's show. And the next topic we're going to be moving on to was a post that we came across online. Now, the post says, my boyfriend helped my brother to get a PPA in his office, a voice call center, but it is on the island and no accommodation. I have been asking my boyfriend to let my brother to stay with him, but he said he can't, that it's a shared apartment and my family is telling me to break up with him. So, Mr. Samuel, what is your opinion on this?
Well, if I must say something on this post, I will really hit hard on the girl and her mother. The reason I'm going to say this is that, like I said in our earlier discussion on the other post, I said there are some certain people that feel very entitled. They feel like they must get everything their way. It's not supposed to be. Look at this post, for instance. This young man went as far as providing his girlfriend's brother a job. Take that, for instance. He got him a job in his own office where he works, not somewhere else. If this guy is wicked, he won't do that in the first place. I don't want to know who the lady is to him. If he's wicked, he won't do that. But for the fact that he was able to take the step further to provide the girl's brother a job in his company without even minding what might even come up in the end, because providing someone a job in your company or where you work comes with its own disadvantage. If there's anything that happens to this guy, his reputation is already tarnished and he could also lose his job. But for the fact that he never allowed that to deter him from providing him that assistance means that he wasn't wicked, or he's not wicked. And again, you are still asking the same guy to allow your brother stay with him in his apartment. Of course, he has told you that he is not the owner of this apartment. He co-owns the apartment with someone else. So what else do you want him to say? Because of course, he must have sampled that idea to the person who shared the same apartment with him, and the person might not be willing. And that's why he's coming to tell you it's not going to work. So what exactly do you want this person to do in this, in this instance? He has told you that it's not going to work. He shares the apartment with someone else. Do you want him to say because it is your brother, he should go against the standing rule that might be there in that apartment, such that this person is also saying that he doesn't want anybody to share this apartment with us, and you too, you can't share because you don't own it, you co-own it with someone. So in this instance, if the lady does not appreciate what this guy has done to have provided his brother a job, and is not able to provide him an accommodation, then he should do otherwise. That's my own opinion.
Well, I agree with you, and I just want to state the fact that,
Yeah.
first of all, they are not married, they are in a relationship, and her requesting for something like this is actually a red flag for me, in the sense that we are not married, we are just dating. I am assisting you to the extent that I can. You're not even grateful, your family is even not grateful to the fact that I got him a job. I have done my best. In fact, I got you a job in a place that will be comfortable for you. It will be suitable for you, but yet you're still asking for more. Do you want me to put you on top of my head, or what exactly? Because I do not understand. And then one thing I would recommend is discussion. They should have an open discussion. Just two of them, one on one. They should come up with something, even if it's as little as it can be. They should come up with something, a solution that could help their brother. And the brother looks like somebody that's not even willing to move. I feel like this brother might be the only son, and he has been pampered by his family members, and that is why they are pushing for, oh, the boyfriend, break up with him, he's not going to take care of you, blah blah blah. This family has this kind of entitlement feeling, whereby, okay, this is your boyfriend and he's meant to do this kind of thing, and that's his job now, why is he not doing it? In fact, break up with him, what's the point? And this will bring a lot of problem. I remember in the first show that we did, where we spoke about marrying into the wrong family or marrying the wrong partner, and this is a situation of marrying into the wrong family. From the period of dating, you should notice that there is something wrong and it needs to be changed. So that is my point.
Well, I really appreciated your opinion on this matter, but I never agree with the part where you said they should have that communication. Who said they didn't have communication here? They must have had that communication for this guy to have been able to get to that conclusion where he said it's not possible. Remember, they also had a communication as to getting this guy a job. The guy didn't just go out and get a job. The girl must have told this young man, please, can you help in getting a job for my brother? And that was why he opted for that.
But during that communication, I felt like there was pressure from the family. At this point,
it is because the family are not grateful, and the family do not even understand the position where they are in the life of this guy. Your daughter is not married to this guy. They are only dating. Of course, now since they are dating, there are some certain things he can't even do for now until both of them are married. But for the fact that he's even going the extra mile to do all of this, shows that he loves your daughter. Because if he doesn't love her, he won't even provide him a job in the first instance. He won't even welcome the idea of, please help my brother to get an accommodation. He won't even welcome that. But he welcomed that and told you that this is the reason this won't work. You should respect his decision at that point. But it's just unfortunate that in this part of the world, people are very, very ungrateful. People feel very much entitled to what they are not even supposed to.
And they don't respect boundaries.
That's what we're saying.
They need to respect boundaries.
You're saying he should leave. In fact, I don't think anybody will find that cool.
At all.
Telling somebody to come and live with you, that's like infringing into his privacy.
Exactly, and
He
the
won't even
privacy of his housemates.
I mean, so what do you expect?
Exactly.
Even if he doesn't even tell you point blank that it's not going to work, you ask yourself, do you think it's even possible for people to accommodate other people into their home? It takes a whole lot.
Yes, it does.
So nobody should term him as somebody who's wicked, because he has even
Tried his best.
he has given you a reason for you to know that he's not wicked from the first instance, providing you a job, providing his brother a job. So for me, I just even wish that the girl will listen to the parents and break up, and they will marry her. Then we'll see how life
will be for her. Yes.
Then maybe then they will begin to understand and appreciate that you have to be grateful no matter how little. Because even the scripture you and I, hold so dear says that whoever that is, faithful in what is least will be faithful in what is great. You never appreciated what he did for your brother in the first instance. How would you appreciate this? And that is the reason they are saying he should break up. Let that break up and let's see how life will look like in the end. So we have other things to talk about aside from this, and I want you to read that out.
Now this one talks about the guy hits 5 million naira and he gave his girlfriend 100,000 naira. For what, please? Bro, is she not supposed to have her own share? Giving her 2 million out of the 5 million is not much. It shows how much you love her.
If you look at this post there, let me start. I would have wanted you to say something, but let me start. If you look at this post, you will know that this post is coming from no other gender but a female. It is only a female that will say this because to a great extent they don't even know what it is to work your asses to make money.
Okay.
I'm not being hard on females. I'm just being honest. Males know how it, how hard it is for them to get every bit of naira that comes into their pocket. So a man will not just come out and start saying this. Now, going deep into this post, this person is not just grateful. This person is over demanding. This same person is feeling entitled to what I feel you are not supposed to be. How could you be saying this to a guy? In fact, do you even understand that you both are not even married based on what we've been talking about?
Yeah.
He's just a girlfriend. How do you think he's going to be that moved to give you exactly what you're asking for? How do you think?
Now, looking at this post, first of all, he said his girlfriend. This guy hits 5 million naira.
Yes, of course.
Now, what if this girl has been by his side, helping him, advising him, giving him tips, encouraging him in order to hit this 5 million naira, and what he gives her as a means of appreciation is 100,000 naira in this economy? 100,000 naira does not last again. Let me just put that out there, that 100,000 naira does not last again. If it is me, I wouldn't like that. Honestly, I would not. In fact, I will give you back the 100,000 naira. In fact, if I can add extra on it, I will add it and give it back to you because I would not take it.
But do you know that it is not his obligation? It is not his duty to give you any money, whether or not you were there for him. Because other people have also been there for you. They never felt entitled. They never gave you a condition that this is the reason I am here for you. So if he feels that 100,000 is what he needs to give you to appreciate whatever that you have actually done for him, to give him that opportunity to be able to get that 5 million, then you should appreciate it. Because no guy is entitled. No guy has the responsibility of looking after a lady or giving a lady money that is not his wife.
But they are in a relationship.
They are in a relationship. But this person in question is not his wife.
But they are together at that point.
They are together. They are friends. They are not married.
Now, I'm not saying I have a problem with him giving her like money, but that amount is too little at this point in time.
What if the guy doesn't even decide to give the lady any dime? What will happen? Is it her money?
She is going to leave that relationship because she feels like all her effort has been wasted at that point in time.
Let her leave.
Okay.
It's better.
Exactly.
Let her leave. And that doesn't mean that this guy will not still be able to get that money.
Okay.
That's it. You must understand your place in somebody's life. You are not his wife. So why question how much he gives you? Why ask why giving you this kind of money? It's not your money. It is until you're married to this guy, then you can question how much he gives to you, how he spends his money, or who he spends it on.
But what if
he gave you out of his own mind?
All right.
To show appreciation.
Okay.
It is not your money.
What if they have been planning to get married and this is the attitude that this man is displaying, that he's going to give you 100k out of the 5 million that both of you worked together to get?
Now look at it from this angle.
Exactly.
A lady who is not married
They are
yet,
planning to get married. He's showing his real self at this point.
just a moment, they are not married yet.
Okay.
She's already displaying this attitude of over demanding, being questionable to everything he does. What if they are now married? What will happen? He will demand for his head. No, that's it. If a lady cannot understand her place, her bounds, that this guy, I'm not married to this guy. I didn't give this guy the 5 million. He worked for this money, even if you were there for him. And you're not asking that why is he giving you 100k instead of 2 million.
She's not demanding. She's
that's
just
what she's
stating a fact.
She's
that
demanding.
Isn't
she's even asking.
Given.
She's even asking, what am I going to do with 100k? That's crazy enough. Meaning that what he has given you is worth nothing.
Because she knows what 100k can do, and 100k at this point cannot do anything.
Have you asked yourself what he gave you that 100k for? Is it giving you because he felt 100k is worth something? Is it giving you as an appreciation, a token of his appreciation for whatever you must have helped him for? Or is it giving you this money because you are his wife and you deserve that amount? You need to ask yourself some certain question. You need to even ask yourself, where are you in his life? Are you his wife? What if the relationship doesn't work at the end of the day? What happens? Because of course the fact that you are dating this person does not mean you get married to him. Dating is just a platform that gives you that closeness to be able to understand who you're with.
And
so don't assume that because you're dating him, don't assume that because you're giving him all the advice in this world, you are entitled to this and that. He owes you this and that. Who said? There's no rule.
Okay.
So the moment you begin to understand some certain things as to all of these things I've mentioned, it will put you in the right position on how to flow, on how to relate with him, on how this relationship thing you call will work or will turn out.
Well, everybody is definitely entitled to their own opinion, and I still stand on the fact that I do not agree with this step that this guy took.
You might not agree,
yes,
because you're a woman, and I'm not forcing you to agree.
It doesn't have to be because I am a woman.
But the fact is, we need to nip some certain things into the bud.
Okay.
We just said it now that these people, these individuals in question are not married.
They are in a relationship.
They are in a relationship, and it doesn't mean that the relationship will work out. It's a 50-50 thing. It could work out, it may not work out.
Okay.
You understand? And the fact that you are dating this guy, like I said, does not mean that he owes you anything. He can only support you if he feels he has that wherewithal. If he can't, you have to fall back to your parents, because they are responsible for your upkeep, for your how's it been called? For your upkeep.
Yeah.
For your expenses. But if you feel that you deserve more, then go and get a job. That's it.
All right.
Or wait until you get married to this person. That's the only way it can work. That's the only right you have to question whatever he gives you. However he spends his money, who he spends it on.
Well, everybody is still entitled to their own opinion. You have yours and I have mine.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the much we have for you on today's show titled Gender Balancing. We hope you really enjoyed the 3 topics we discussed, and we hope you learned something. I remain your humble host, Mars Faith, and my partner.
And I'm Samuel Ukata. Hope to catch you again some other time.
Thanks for watching. Bye. See you next time.